As promised, here is an update video on everything that happened on Bitcoin today and what I personally think is going to happen next. Guys and girls, if you enjoy these updates, make sure to destroy the like button. I've been up since like 7 a.m. in the morning. It's almost 12 a.m. here. I've traveled the entire day, but I did my best to update you along as much as I could. When we go into the significance of today, today was the largest liquidation of long positions in the entirety of this year. So where the drop on Bitcoin may actually seem pretty small, because it is, it's only relatively a 2.6% drop. The amount of liquidations that happened in the market was the highest in the year when you look into long liquidations. And this just goes to show that as we approach, in my opinion, the most bullish quarter of the year, which is Q4, where the price of Bitcoin is going to go up, I think still for one more final time. The price of altcoins are going to go up. Everybody's so leveraged. Everybody is so leveraged into positions, expecting that final rally, and the market is currently punishing those leveraged positions, taking the liquidity out, getting rid of the bullish sentiment, and I feel that markets will rally following the bearish September that always happens in every single year pretty much. September is the worst month. Then we have Pumptober coming in. But when we look into and focus on the technical analysis, I'm going to keep it dead simple, okay? I am not going to be bearish unless or if Bitcoin falls below this particular line. And that particular line is between $11.9 to $12.2 thousand. So if Bitcoin falls below this line with a daily confirmation below, then okay, then you would be searching for the next line of support, which is the 107, 108 level. And if that is broken, that's a different story. But for now, if this specific line, this red line holds, perfectly fine. Because you go into the support that line is created and the resistance that line is created, and you can clearly see how significant it is. Look, at 11.9, it was a major point of discussion that we were having on these videos not too long ago. You found resistance in May of 2025, made a brand new all-time high. And then when you go into the hourly time frame, in July, we saw a test to it, then we came down, and as soon as we broke above it, Bitcoin just went to 100K, 120K and beyond in a few days' time. And that immediate pump was a pretty vigorous pump. As soon as you flipped that red line from resistance, then, well, you just broke right through it. But it tested as support not too long later in August of 2025, where you came down to it. It propelled you to a brand new all-time high. Price came down again, found support, had a bit of a rally, but it was cut too short at 1700, which is where we got rejected from, and eventually broke below it, went down to 107, drifted around that line, and tried to break back to the upside. So that's the sort of short story of that specific line of resistance. Now support, I think it's very important. If it's held and if we can see a good bounce, the chances are that's going to be a pretty valid bounce. But if we can't do it, that's when the concerning signal will start to alarm. But for now, that's not what I want to talk about, because for now, things look okay. And if you want to check out the links in the description to trade Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies for weeks in Pinex, you can do so with Pinex. I've been buying this dip with my trading bots for Bitcoin. So congrats if you've been doing that, alongside the derivatives positions that we traditionally have on weeks, which we've opened since $77,000, $80,000. It's just for short-term trading. I wanted to buy this dip. We had our warning signs. We had the bearish divergence on the 4-hourly time frame. We had the neutral interest rates. There were warning signs. And I wanted to have that bought in adjacent with my derivatives longs in the event that we were to see the drop. How about the macro picture? What is the macro picture doing? My favorite macro analyst, alongside Raoul Pal, Benjamin Cohen, looks at the bull and bear market support band. Not only do we have this very important line for Bitcoin that's providing us support, we also have the bull and bear market support band giving us a nice bounce on the weekly time frame. So as you can see, on the weekly time frame, we're hitting that bull and bear market support band, and the lower band is at 109, which you can come down to. It's fine if you do that. And that's the story of September. You test around the bull and bear market support band, but after you do so, look what happened in the previous cycle. You go to 2021, September, Bitcoin comes to the bull and bear market support band, finds support and has its final rally to the upside. That's the prior cycle. You go to the cycle even before that in 2017. September, you test the bull and bear market support band, final rally to the upside. Where I don't think the magnitude of the rally is not going to be the same as 2017 or even 2020 or 2021 to be more accurate, I still think we will get one more rally to the upside, giving us a final all-time high, maybe at 135, maybe at 140, maybe at 150. God knows. But I still see another rally. I still see it coming. Where does that become invalid? We have to talk about invalidation. Invalidation happens when you fall below the bull and bear market support band. As simple as that. If you fall below bull and bear market support band, that's when I close existing macro long positions on weeks. Why was today also interesting apart from the big liquidity event? Well, Bitcoin decoupled from gold hugely. The S&P is rallying to new all-time highs. Gold is rallying, but Bitcoin saw a pretty considerable drop. Historically speaking, when Bitcoin and gold diverges, those divergences don't last forever. There's always a good catch-up that Bitcoin does. The issue with divergence is you don't know when and what time that catch-up will take place, but if you are a long-term investor, then history shows that in those divergences, Bitcoin catches up to gold if they do end up decoupling. Before we end off the video though, let's have a look into Ethereum. Ethereum came to $4,000 today. $4,000 has been a level that we've been expecting for Ethereum to drop down to. This morning, Ethereum has successfully hit $4,000. I'm quite curious on how we're going to react. The chart looks pretty weak with you, to be honest. I mean, if you go to the 4-hourly and this doesn't look like a very convincing picture. From a bullish pennant, this has turned into, I would say officially, a triple top pattern. If $4,100, $4,000 is lost, 3.9 becomes the level where I'm going to start longing again. And in the live stream I made in the morning, I showed you my limit long position at 3.9. That would be the next case. And the worst case for Ethereum is, I think, 3.3. I don't see Ethereum dropping more than that. And that's the final price that my trading bot on Pinex would be accumulating Ethereum. These are the 3 red lines that you need to focus on. And apart from these 3 red lines, I just don't believe you need any other set of analysis. These are the 3 points to focus on. If we see a break below 4K, I think 3.9 is next. If that breaks too, then 3.38. Luckily, we've been opening long positions on Ethereum since 1.5 and 1.6. So even if we do see those drops, this is going to be good buying opportunities. Lastly, altcoins, Ethereum, this chart I can show you on tomorrow's Moonshow live stream. It's a pretty good one to go into. I don't want to keep this update for too long. Aster, you guys have been asking me about Aster, and I just don't like the tokenomics. I think the tokenomics are concerning. 53% reserved for airdrops. It's a bit of an issue, and only 16% have been issued. So there's going to be a lot of selling pressure coming into Aster. And right now, it's something that I'm staying away from. Okay, so just to let you know on that. When I go into my altcoins on the right-hand side, AVAX is holding up well. BNB holding up still relatively well. I mean, this drop is normal. You hit $1,000, a massive milestone for BNB. But I still expect 1.25 for BNB in the upcoming months. Guys, that summarizes today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. Make sure to destroy the like button if you appreciate the efforts, and subscribe if you're not a crypto kid already. Guys, have a fantastic evening, and I'll see you all on tomorrow's updates. Take care and bye-bye.